One of the side effects of this job is that your friends and family soon learn that you're never in the same car for very long. And then that generates the question, what are you driving today? And I think in the back of their minds, they're kind of hoping you're going to say a Lamborghini Gallardo or an Ariel Atom or something. So there's always that little bit of disappointment when you say a Kia Sorento. And that's followed by a conversation on just why they shouldn't be disappointed. Kia have been designing some pretty decent-looking cars these days. Even their mild-mannered Sorento has a certain something. The Sorento also gets that something, and it is particularly pretty. My favorite bit is the LED taillights, which are rather large and intimidating. In fact, the whole package is a bit big and intimidating, and it just looks solid from every angle. Chunky apertures, big mirrors, more LEDs. They've even made sure the chrome surround on the grille isn't flimsy. It's an all-roader with real presence, this Kia, and certainly one of the best of the Asian bunch, if not the best in its price range. The old version was kinda nowhere looking, with a generic rear end and a saggy face. The new Sorento looks like it came from a different manufacturer entirely. And to match the solid looks, a strong 2.2-litre diesel with 147 kilowatts and a massive 436 newton meters. You have a choice of 6-speed manual or 6-speed auto gearbox, but as far as engine choices go, well, there aren't any. But that's not anything to be worried about, even if you are a diesel detractor like me. I left the office very late on the day this car arrived at RPM HQ, and so I didn't have time to peruse the specs. By the time I got home, I was surmising that this was a 2.5 or even a 2.7-litre engine, just because of the mountainous torque. Fortunately, it's mountainous in size, not in shape, so it doesn't build up on one side and then just drop off completely on the other. The torque delivery is smooth and effortless and just completely constant. The only downside is that the automatic gearbox catches a bit of a fright when you put your foot down and it has to drop a few gears in a hurry. There is a manual mode that makes things a little better, but overall there aren't too many complaints with the Sorento's drive. It's got the added benefit of all-wheel drive when needed. The system runs in front-wheel drive most of the time until it detects the need to send power to the rear axle. There's also a center diff lock and hill descent control. Even if you never go off-road, you can still appreciate the Sorento's ride setup. You have that psychological safety aspect of the raised ride height. Plus, like the engine and the looks, it just feels solid all the time. And for something this big, it is remarkably easy to maneuver. Getting your way out of a tight spot is helped by things like park distance control and the cleverly packaged reversing camera system that brings up the image inside the rearview mirror. And for those times when you're not going backwards, Kia have provided a comfortable interior. There is literally nothing left on the options list, but besides the toys, you get an easy-to-use and very comfortable setup. Now, there are some very good materials in here, like the piano black finishes, and some very not good materials, like these silver bits, which look okay, but still feel very plasticky. There is a lot of stuff in here for the 400,000 Rand asking price. Everything from dual-zone climate control to electric seats to keyless entry and a massive panoramic roof. The build quality is top class, and besides the plasticky silver bits, the rest of the materials in here are good quality. When it comes to the third row of seats, they're easy enough to put in place, but the accessibility isn't great, and the actual space back there is tight, which means it's best reserved for your two least favorite children. Also, once those seats are up, there's virtually zero luggage space. I'm fast becoming a fan of Kia and what they're doing. They're building cars that are not only better looking than the competition, but offer a better package as well. Except for the Soul, but I think we can forgive them that one. I still think SUVs are a pointless bunch of cars, but I know a good one when I see one. And the Sorento is a very good one. The 2.2-litre turbo diesel provides this big car with effortless power thanks to the massive torque figure of 436 Newton-meters. The Sorento is a good-looking and solidly put-together SUV with just about every feature you'd expect at the price, although some interior finishes aren't up to scratch.